On play action, here's May. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and that will lead to a second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. May gonna look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. right back to the air following that pick six. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Throwing now from the gun. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It almost seemed to me before the snap, Mike, man coverage, and then after the snap, the defense fell into zone, and it just completely mixed them up. You can see he's staring down his receiver, and frankly, I think he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Another one from the 5, second down and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he'll take it on in. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, New York.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, he'll keep this one on the ground. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. And we'll send you about a mile north of here to our studios in the Creative Village. Standing by, the coach with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the outside, complete to Johnson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He dives, and what a catch for the first down. A gain of 11 there, and a first down. They'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, faking the give. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. They bring Judy in motion. He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
That's quickly out to Smith. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Drive will start on the ground. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
To the left side here. Caught by Baker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
It's first down, and they'll run. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Throwing on second down, May. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just seems like the quarterback and the wide receiver just aren't quite on the same page. That's a throw we've seen them make time and time again throughout the year, and on this one, just a little bit off.
Third and long. May going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Second down and 3. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And he will score. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown, Jets. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now a run on first down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating for the shotgun, it's May. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Big-time, opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Middle of the field, that's taken in by Baker. Pickup of the 11 yards on that one. First down, New England.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. A pickup of 44 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to make it a 2-possession lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Checking it down, this one is caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. He'll look to throw. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On second down, it's May. Open man downfield, it's Baker. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's a run. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, New England. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's first and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in.
That's good for the Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second. Clock will stop. 21 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And for the fourth time, tough by Isaiah Simmons. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Patriots. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Patriots will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Back to the air once more on second down. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And the Patriots are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win for the Patriots. They bounce back from really put in a determined effort and will come away with the victory.